To become fossilized is such an extremely rare thing that we can only dream it will happen to one of us. I mean, after all, right at this very second, quintillions of animals are sharing the planet with us. And yet, given their sheer total numbers, fossil finds typically happen to be rather normal in the sense that we've seen them before. It's really quite seldom that we do actually make a discovery that is both new and mind-boggling. But it has happened more than once, and there are a few animals that have left paleontologists pretty much just scratching their heads, unsure of what they've stumbled upon, even to this day. And there is perhaps no better case than this than the Tully Monster, lovingly nicknamed the Tully Monster. And monster honestly might be the closest you'll get to figuring out what this thing was, because it was not only terrifying and crazy looking, but also confusing. Its modern story started all the way back in 1966, when an amateur collector was exploring the Carboniferous Mason Creek Formation in Illinois. During his expedition, he stumbled upon not one, but multiple strange fossils that he could tell were organisms, but of what kind, he had no clue. And even after collecting a few and studying them more closely, he still could not gather a guess. So, he decided to get an expert's opinion and take them to the Field Museum of Natural History. But to his surprise, they were just as stumped as he was, being absolutely perplexed by the odd features of this new creature, which included a cigar-like body, triangle fins, long stalked eyes, and a proboscis-tipped mouth, making it kind of look like an animal straight out of Subnautica, with the only saving grace being its small stature, with most of the fossils being under 35 centimeters or 14 inches long. Now, unsurprisingly, its sheer oddness attracted a lot of attention, both domestically and internationally. And yet even then, with many researchers looking at it, no one could come up with a good idea of what it was, with different guesses including that it was a mollusk, arthropod, conodont, worm, tunicate, or just some kind of vertebrate. The only thing they could really all agree upon was that it almost certainly lived in water. As though Illinois is nicknamed the Prairie State, hundreds of millions of years ago, it was submerged by a shallow tropical sea. And given where the Tully Monster specimens were found, it's presumed to have been an open marine organism that would occasionally be swept onto the shore, and thus leading to its multiple groupings, and the idea that it was free-swimming. In other words, not clamped to the seafloor or any structure. And from then to now, nearly 90 years later, we really don't know much more. Heck, we've pretty much only concluded that they are bilaterians, which honestly doesn't say much considering how immensely broad this classification is, seeing that, literally 98% of all animals fall under it. And along the way, while a few have claimed to have figured this strange creature out, nothing has stuck. But on the bright side, we do think we know a bit more about its lifestyle now, with scientists suggesting that its odd mouth rendered it a carnivore who hunted in the ocean's water columns and preferred muddy waters. But beyond that, the dude's a mystery.